Hey y'all, it's your girl Monét, and welcome back to The Exchange Rate, a corner of the internet where we believe that the line, I want to gag, I want to choke, I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging in the back of my throat, undoubtedly deserves a Pulitzer. Of course, we're bringing y'all another brand new show with a guest I absolutely adore, and she has so much personality, we just couldn't imagine splitting her time with anyone else. So the stunning Monique Heart is finally here. But first, let's get up in the gig. Hit it! Yeah, we play the gig music because in the comments I keep on saying, they keep on cutting the music, they're cutting the music, so we let it play a little bit. Are you happy? The internet is never happy. I don't know why I'm asking. But yeah, something really weird happened to me over the weekend. Obviously, we know like the census is going on, and like the census people came to my door, and I say people like I'm making it sound like the government was trying to get me. It was one lady by herself. She came to my door. I didn't know it was her. My door, it was a knock, then a really aggressive doorbell ring. I was like, all right, calm down, I'm coming. And I opened the door, and she was like, oh my God, Monét X Change, and I was like, whoa, this is very strange. Who are you? She was like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. It was really professional. It's me, bloop, her name, from the Census. I'm here to take your census, but like, I love you so much. I watched you on season 10. I watched you on All Stars 4. I've been watching you on you in the bathroom right now on my camera that has a secret camera to your bathroom. It was like really strange, and she was like, and I love Sibling Rivalry. The last episode, girl, it was so funny when I was like, this is really weird. And she's like listing off like all this, and she's like, but anyway, I'm here for your census. And we did the whole census thing, but it was like just really strange that someone who was a big fan of mine just happened to get me. Y'all know, she was looking through her thing, her list, and she was like, oh, Kevin Burton, Monét X Change, I'm doing this house. And so it was a little weird, but thank you so much, my dear. And you were very sweet. And don't do anything weird in the next coming months or years or however long I'm at this apartment. But also like triggered me because that's how like the killer starts. Like I watch a lot of Lifetime, and this is literally the plot point of a Lifetime movie. Someone came to take my census, they find out who I am, and then they wait for me as I'm going out at 2 o'clock in the morning to get Doritos from the corner store, and she clonks me over the head with a whatever, and then she drags me to my apartment and she like cuts me up limb by limb. Like that is a fucking Lifetime movie. I'm a little nervous. So if I go disappearing in the next couple of days, well, she won't do the next coming days because that'll be really obvious. She might do it in like the next couple of months. Anyway, just remember this story so y'all can cooperate with me. Yada yada yada. I also got a really strange love letter from a fan, which I want to read. Because this is like this guy's 3rd or 4th letter I think he sent to me. I've lost track at this point. But it's very interesting. And it's like, people, like, stop the weird shit. I need to find this letter. Oh, so the subject is, oh my God, with 2 Ds. Monet, I want to lick your right hand tattoo all over your beautiful arm stretch marks while I suck your tongue saliva and I put your feet between my cock. Oh my God, babe. Red sweating emoji, green heart. Sent from my iPhone. So he has an iPhone. So that's a plus. I'm not saying no completely. I'm kind of into it because like a grown man who has that much access to their creativity, like that's kind of hot and it's very endearing. And also like I want a boyfriend who's like into me more than I'm into them. You know what I mean? Like I want a boyfriend who like fucking stalks me and is like obsessed with me, but not in like a crazy census lady way. You know what I mean? I know that's a really weird thing, but I'm kind of into it. And work. So whoever you are, send me a picture. Should I say his name? Was that rude? I shouldn't say his name. Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name. But ZG are the initials, so I'm interested. I'm kidding. Don't fucking send me your name. It's fucking weird. This is the 4th letter. Stop it. I'm also Speaking about stalking, I am stalking this presidential election because it is crazy. Because as we know, a lot is at stake, and you know, we're all trying and fighting to make good decisions so that we end up with a great presidency. And you know, this past week, Biden announced that Kamala Harris is his running mate, and I think that,
It's Kamala.
You know what? I say Kamala. People say Kamala. Does she?
It's Kamala.
Does she say Kamala?
She says, pause before you say it because there's a comma before it.
Oh,
says,
comma, like
pause
comma.
before you say it because it's a comma. Kamala.
Okay, Kamala. I like Kamala. She's not like. I think Kamala is fair. It sounds like a Mortal Kombat character. Kamala, finish him. You know, it's very that. Anyway, so Kamala. Is Biden's running mate, and I am here for it. I think she has some. Of course, people are trying to make us seem like our politicians should strive for sainthood, and the reality of the world is there is no perfect candidate. No candidate is perfect. No candidate is completely clean. They all have things that could have done better or changed or whatever. But at the end of the day, this is our only choice to get rid of a totalitarian dictatorship. This is our only choice to eradicate the virus that is Trump. So I am behind Biden and Harris 159,000%. That being said, she's already making good decisions. She is electing Karine Jean-Pierre as her chief of staff. Great move. First of all, she's a woman. First of all, she's queer. Third of all, she's a lesbian. We're getting First of all, she's black. 2, she's a woman. 3, she's queer. Like, we're getting a queer black lesbian as the chief of staff of the vice president of the United States. Bitch, we are in the motherfucking room, honey. I will say, to be fair, I had never heard of Corinne before this, but her pedigree is fierce. Her roots have been in politics for a really long time. She's an organizer. She's an MSNBC political analyst. She served as a deputy battleground states director for the Obama presidency in 2012, his re-election campaign. She served as a regional political director of the White House Office for Political Affairs. She worked on the Obama for America campaign in 2008, so his first year trying to win the presidency, which he won. She worked on the Southeast Regional Political region. And she teaches at Columbia University, which yesterday I was biking. There was this really hot guy jogging through Columbia. I'm assuming he goes there. I'm thinking he was a lawyer because his stride was very like dominant feeling. Whatever. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, and she's a black woman. She was born in Martinique, but her parents are Haitian, and she was raised in New York, in Queens, Southside Jamaica, Queens. I don't know if it's Southside, but in my mind, in my mind, for Corinne's origin story, she was raised in Southside Jamaica, Queens. Her and Nicki Minaj went to the same high school, but they just had different paths. You know what I mean? And she credits her parents with her own success in politics. She said, "My dad is 70 but still drives a cab. My mom is a home healthcare worker, and they come from a country that is impoverished but left to America to get a better life for their kids. For them, they are so proud of me, and they feel that they've reached their dreams because of her successes. But without them, I wouldn't be where I am. They told me I could be whatever I wanted to be, do whatever I wanted to do." And those are beautiful words about her parents. And yeah, like, obviously she's not someone new to politics. She's been working in politics since 2008, probably before, I'm assuming. And having a black queer lesbian as Kamala's VP is great. Again, what you want is a seat at the table so you can help inform and make decisions. You know what I mean? So I think this is great. We already have a black woman now. We have a queer black woman. Bitch, we only going up for... Who's next? Bitch, okay, let me tell you. If Biden really want to fucking get with it with 2012... 2020, we need to have trans representation in the Oval Office in some capacity. I don't know what it will be, but mama, that to me, the deal is already sealed, but that will be the buttercream icing on this red velvet cake to really sweeten the deal all the more for me. So, and she's fierce. Ooh, this woman, if you remember, Kamala did an event, and Corinne was interviewing her. Then this white dude just jumps on stage And like once, like almost like he was about to attack, Corinne literally shielded Kamala, who not knowing this man had a gun, a knife, whatever, and she was like, "No." It was very Whoopi in Color Purple. No, like everything you done by me, white motherfucker, I'm about to get you. Yeah, so she's fair, she's a warrior, and I think this is what we need, the representation we need, and get it, girl. Woo, 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 woo. Something I'm not getting into is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, hold on. The reboot. So, if you don't know, last year in March, a director named Morgan Cooper. I sound really congested today, right? Yeah. Can you hear it? Mm-hmm. Y'all hear that? What's going on? It's not Colleen. Don't say it's not Colleen. It happens periodically throughout the summer. Anyway. Last year in March 2019, Morgan Cooper, who is a film director, he directed this beautiful short film-esque, well, it's just a short. It's a trailer. It's a short. It was like 4 minutes long about this like dramatic Fresh Prince reboot. I saw it, and y'all know the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which aired from like I want to say 89 until 97, something like that. I am bastardizing it probably. But the original show was lighthearted, was funny. Yes, they had serious moments, like when Ben Vereen, anyway, the guy who played Will Smith's father comes back into his life, and he like abandons him again. He pretends to be involved in his life, but he like leaves again. And Will has this like really, I mean, honestly, to me, one of the best moments in sitcom history ever. And it's like really dramatic, and Will's acting is so good. If you're black, you've seen this. If you're white, probably not. And it's like beautiful. It's so just mwah. Also, can we get into these nails? So I got these nails done, and so right here you think, oh my god, she's classy, she's business. Oh my god, this is a long stiletto manicure. Nothing's weird here. And then shablam, girl, she comes in with the deception, honey. So I got these nails. Jenny Bowie did these for me. Well, she did them first. I got them done by her, and it was this like weird like white girl nude, and I was like, So then I went to my other nail lady who's closer to my house, and she gave me the black girl nude with this like little peekaboo blue Tiffany blue color. Fabulous. I feel fierce. That's beside the point. Can we show the clip of the? Here's the clip from the reboot dramatic short of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So you see it? It's really dramatic, right? And call me selfish, but I'm not into it. I'm not into it. It's too dramatic. It's too serious. And like the original sitcom was so lighthearted. It was so fun. It was so effortless. This feels like, and I get it, 2020, we're in a different place for black people. Like life is just different, and I get the need to want to go that way. But I feel like just a few days ago, I had this like moment, like everything I was reading was so heavy and so depressive, and I was just really feeling like I was feeling stifled. I just feel like everything on TV doesn't need to reflect that too, and I get the need to want to do that, but I feel like we can reboot the show and just still keep it lighthearted and fun with those little tidbits of serious, not the whole thing being so heavy and so dramatic. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. Call me crazy. Like, what do you guys think? Like, I feel like if they went in more of like a Blackish approach. To me, Blackish is a great show that keeps it light and fun and buoyant, but having moments of the serious when needed. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be so heavy and so dramatic. Don't get me wrong, it's shot beautifully and it looks amazing, but I just can't take any more heavy, weighted stuff. Like, it's just so crazy. And supposedly, it's still gonna be fun, but I don't. Well, so hood bitches love saying supposedly. It's supposedly. Am I singing right? I don't even know. Supposedly, it's gonna be lighthearted and fun, but honestly, it doesn't look so. But networks are already vying for it. Peacock, which is NBC's streaming platform, because you know they have the Peacock NBC, which by the way is a major 6. Did you know that? That's a major 6. If you're a musician. NBC, Netflix, and HBO Max are all the streaming platforms like bidding for the show to want to get it. And HBO Max already shows the original show, but it was made on NBC back in the day. So we'll see who gets it. It's gonna Will Smith is on board. Quincy Jones is on board. Benny Medina. If you don't know Benny Medina, he was Tyra Banks' manager. He was one of the creative minds behind Top Model back in the day. And Andy and Susan Borowitz, they're the creators of the show. They're gonna return as executive producers, but they're not gonna get rid of Morgan. Morgan is the one who rebooted the short, and he is gonna co-write the script and direct and co-executive produce alongside the show and Chris Collins. So because stuff like that, they love to like see that like this is great and like chop the person who incited all of this new flame for the show. So they're keeping it on board, which is nice. And it's reboots aren't highly bad. We're seeing everything is getting remade or rebooted because you have a built-in audience. Like there's a segment of people who are gonna tune in, and probably more because of the nostalgia of it and people. So it's a built-in audience, a built-in demo. So we'll see how it goes. I'm with it. I just want it to be more like the original, more fun than so serious. AMC, girl. AMC, now that lots of things have been reopening, which they teased New York, Governor Cuomo, which I'm so sick of Governor Cuomo and de Blasio constantly measuring their fucking dicks to see who smells the worst. Like, they're just so fucking annoying. Cuomo was like, yes, New York City gyms can reopen at 33% capacity. Capacity. Cuomo was like, then de Blasio was like, wait, hold on. They're probably not going to be open on the 24th. We're taking care of schools and children first, and we're going to make sure that's fine before the gyms and stuff. And which I get it, but I feel like not going to the gym is contributing to my mental thing. I just feel so crazy. So hopefully, gyms open on the 24th, but that's beside the point. AMC theaters across America and the world are starting to reopen, and on their opening weekend, they're saying tickets will be 15 cents. 15 cents to go to AMC, because 100 years ago that was the cost. Which AMC was open 100 years ago. How old is AMC? AMC was open 100 years ago, girl. Mm-hmm. That's wild. I didn't know that. I thought it. Right, but did we have the technology 100 years ago? Like, who was back there to move like roll? Who was doing that? That's another job that was probably really popular back then, but now it's obsolete because we got machines doing everything. Anyway, that's beside that's beside the point. They're opening on well, let me not say there's a whole to do. So August 20th, they're looking to open 100 locations, and by September 3rd, they want to open 2/3 of the 600 plus locations theaters they have open in the States. And but here's the thing: the ones that are opening on August 20th, they're not showing anything new because there is nothing new to show. They're gonna show like really big blockbusters like Star Wars and Black Panther, so stuff that's already out. But who's gonna pass up a 15-cent? I'm not saying $15, y'all. 15 cents, which is one.
Who even has 15 cents?
Who has? What do you mean?
Where are you gonna find 15 cents? Who has changed?
15 cents. But also, you could just like buy out, like a bitch like me, I would just buy out a whole, because they're also gonna like recognize social distancing, so the seats probably won't be right next to each other. They probably have to like, they're probably 4 or 3 seats apart, I'm guessing. But I would just spend like $20. How much is 20? Hey Siri, 20 divided by 15 is 1.3, which means 130 tickets. Bitch, I'll just buy $20 to give you 130 tickets. Like what? Like I'll just buy the whole theater for me and my friends, and we go kiki and have a good time. So, but there's probably some rules that I'm sure there's a way to combat. They're thought about that. I'm hoping, but big companies, they don't be really thinking ahead like crazy people like me who spend $20 to buy the whole theater. That's not the point, and they're getting their money. Who cares? But yeah, so. But September 3rd, the movie Tenet by Christopher Nolan's coming out, so September 3rd, so they want to open at least 2/3 of their locations, countrywide, nationwide, I think. And then, theaters in Atlanta, Chicago, Orlando, Boston, Houston, Dallas, and Denver will be open beginning the 20th, but states like New York, New Jersey, California will remain closed until the foreseeable future. Bitch, this is so depressing. I want to go to the movie so bad. Whoever thought that I would have coveted a simple gift in life like going to see a movie on a Monday afternoon, because that's when I would go. I used to like go to the movies on the days I know, kids are at school, people can't be going. Like Friday night, Saturday, do not go to the fucking movies. Too many kids there. But Monday afternoon, just you, girl. So yeah, we'll see. This is so depressing. Yeah. Pam, 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 Pam. That's it. That's the intro. I don't need to say nothing else. Y'all know what time it is. Pam? Miss Pam! Hey, girl!
Hey, girl. What's up? We're still in our home.
Nothing much, my dear. I have to say, as soon as I see you here, my eye is immediately drawn to that beautiful yellow situation. What is she? Where is she from? Who is she from?
Oh my gosh, thank you. She is many years old. She's definitely not. She's definitely not from H&M, and just make it pop. She got a tan this weekend, so I had to wear like the bright colors.
Oh yeah, you look great. Also, you look just like the LBD, the yellow, the tan. You look fabulous, girl. And she is squinty.
Thank you. If there are any straight men watching, just let me know. Okay, great.
The gap is a straight man watching drag queen.
Absolutely, I know they're all watching this. They are. Well, you look amazing too. I was telling you earlier. I love the hair and the shirt. Yes, we always gotta talk about your shirt.
Black trans lives matter. Don't forget it.
Never. We cannot forget. We will not forget. I love it. Well, it's August. I can't believe it's August.
I know. Has the summer not literally just flown? It is the wildest thing. I feel like it was just March. Well, we were in this like weird thing for so long, as we all know, and then the summer just happened, and now it's about to be done just like that.
I know. Well, we're going to have a long summer, and because we're going to have a longer summer, we definitely need a few more cocktails, right?
Yes. Amen.
A few drinks. And drinks that are going to be nice, light, and refreshing to get us through. Like, I think till the end of September, we're gonna work that heat. We're going to keep it going.
I'm here for it.
I am too. And this has been a very exciting time for you because you got a cat.
I know. I was telling you, she's like tripled in size as soon as I first got her. I wanted to say like a little, what when she first got her, I was like, oh my God, I was afraid to even breathe too hard. I might blow her, I might crush her or whatever. But now I want her to go back to being small. But when they're really small, like she was too big for her paws. Her paws are so big, her body's so tiny. And now
she looked like she was gripping on for dear life on like a blanket. I was like, girl, calm down. Calm down.
Oh, Miss Colleen, love her.
I know. But like, look, we both became parents during quarantine. And when we become parents, you have a lot more worries and woes, so you need a strong drink. But I thought we'd make an ode to Colleen and also to you, and we do a drink called Colleen's Cooler.
Oh, I like that. Colleen's Cooler.
Colleen's Cooler. And it's fun because it's based off of a classic drink called a Lion's Tail. Get it? Lion's Tail. Colleen's Cooler.
I like that. I like that.
But we're switching out a few of the flavors here and adding a little touch of Monet at the end. So I think it'll be a drink you'll really love. Also, and for those who are watching, I did read all the comments. Thank you all for last time. I have a running list of things we're going to work on for the future episodes. We have drinks out the wazoo, thanks to all of you and what you want to have in your glass. So I'm pretty excited about that. I know. I do reply to the comments, even though maybe you're not supposed to.
Oh, do you? I mean, so I read them sometimes, and there is one. She stopped commenting like halfway through quarantine. Maybe she died. I don't know. But there's one lady who will comment every week. She will like, trust in your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, or else you will end up in the fiery furnace. Like every week it was a different scripture, different. And
oh my gosh!
I personally enjoy chatting with her once a week.
I love that. It's like a touch base and be like, still believe in Jesus, still believe in Jesus. So I've actually started replying back to the bots on Instagram. When people are like, it was really great when I met Mr. Smith and I raised $15,000. You can too. And then I start replying. I'm like, oh, gee whiz, how did that happen?
I trolls. God bless them, girl. God bless the trolls.
I'm so proud of how much free time they have.
Right. I'm like, can I get some of that time? Because I don't have it, and I would love to have it.
Reclaiming your time. Reclaiming your time.
Speaking of Monique Heart, I want to talk to her about that again.
Yeah. Right.
She hasn't forgotten all about it.
No.
Also, you sent me wine, which I'm very happy. Can I drink this yet?
Oh, it's cider. If you'd like to it's actually dry apple cider. So
I love cider.
Yeah. So this is really great. We're going to use it at the end. And it's going to be just a top off. It's a dry rosé cider coming from Wolfer Estate.
Ooh, this is so good.
Isn't it great? So we should probably sip this on the side while we make our drink, right?
Why not? We're not going to use all of it in the beverage. Right? Have a little sip.
Yeah, I know. So we're going to top that off at the end, but we're going to start with ingredients that you love. We're going to start with a little bit of lime juice and a bit of simple syrup, okay?
Okay.
So we're all about that fresh lime juice. I already pre-cut my limes.
Me too. I pre-cut all of my limes.
Oh my God, no! What is that? Monet! For all of you watching at home, please use a fresh lime like Pam Wiznitzer is right here.
How much I love cutting limes. It's my favorite part.
I'm going to let you have a pass because you're at home, okay? But if I'm in the studio, you know what's up. When we use fresh lime juice, we are going to use 0.75 ounces. So 3/4
which is the
of an
smaller
ounce.
one.
That's it. And what's our measuring device called?
The jigger.
The jigger.
Yes.
Yes. This is great. I don't even need to do this segment. Monet can do it by herself.
Could you imagine? It would be a mess if I did it, girl. Everything would be pre-cut, everything.
I know. That's why I'm here. Everyone needs a Pam. Everyone needs a Pam. All right, so we did 0.75 ounces of fresh lime juice. I made a simple syrup. I keep this in my fridge at home. Equal parts sugar and water. You just shake it up. It's ready to go.
Okay, fun fact. My friend Austin was here, and she made margaritas from scratch. And she's a bartender, and she made me, which I just threw it. I literally threw it out last night like an idiot. She made me this full of simple syrup.
Yes.
Because but I threw it out last night, and so I had to go out to the store to buy simple syrup. But she made me like fresh simple syrup, which I threw away like an idiot. But anyway.
It is okay. Look, no, it's okay. Listen, but as long as you have sugar at home and you mix with equal parts sugar and water, you have simple syrup. So it's easy to do, and you can make flavors. It's easy, no worries, All right, depends how sweet you want it. I'm going to do 0.75 ounces because the rosé cider will dry it out.
Okay.
All right. Now, you don't have this ingredient. This is optional, and it's not always the easiest to find. But a lion's tail normally is a bourbon drink. And one of the really key ingredients to a lion's tail is something called allspice jam or pimento jam. So it's like the allspice. So it's kind of like Christmas in a glass. It's fun. It's like nutmeg, clove, allspice. And I'm just going to use 1/4 ounce, which is going to give this really nice spice overtone to the drink. Okay, just a hint. So if you can't find it, it's okay. You can omit this. It doesn't have to be in your drink. But if you have it, like me, add it into your cocktail.
Pam, is that drink called like a Pat Collins or Don? I'm making that up. Something with a Collins.
It's Tom Collins.
Tom Collins. Okay.
Yes. Yes. You never forget Tom Collins.
I had sex with a Tom Collins before in my second year of college. He was a senior. I was a sophomore, and it was really bad sex. But that's neither here nor there.
I don't think I've ever done it with a Tom. I haven't.
Not even Tom from MySpace. Is it MySpace? Tom from MySpace? Tom from MySpace?
I was definitely on my MySpace page. Oh God, remember those? And you put like some angsty music on and be like, "This is my profile."
Well, the thing about MySpace is you had to kind of be like a hacker. You had to like put the code in to put like a different background, and it was like a very mild encoding tutorial thing to be a good MySpacer.
It was huge. I mean, that's like a band type pages. I know people who met on MySpace. I was just coming off of Friendster a bit, getting into Facebook, but like Gen Z won't understand a bit of this conversation.
They're like, what the fuck is MySpace?
What is that? Just know it was a place where like B-list bands played their music and got groupies.
The Gen Z's are like, I don't really prescribe to MySpace. Like, I'm of the variety that we should talk about our space together. I'm like, all right. That was the name of the website, girl. Jesus.
Our collective space.
Our collective space.
There was like no TikToking. So.
Right. Oh my God. Yes, man. You better.
I can't. I don't even know what the movements are.
That was a whoa. That was good.
Was that it?
That was it.
Savage. Nailed it. I'm not even that drunk yet. Okay, so the main ingredient here, and this is cool. So I changed out what would normally be bourbon to rum. Lots of reasons. It's still rum season. This past weekend, it was actually National Rum Day. And what we have here is one of my favorite rums, which is Mount Gay from Barbados.
In St. Lucia, if you have the accent, they call it Mongay rum. That's why they say it down there. Mongay
rum.
Yes, yes, Belle!
This is Mongay Black Barrel. Black barrel. So it's cool. We have 2 different bottles here. So you have what was the original packaging, and there's a new packaging if you can find her on the shelves. So this one is blended by their brand new master blender, Trudy Ann Branker. You can see the signature here. And it's also great because she's their first master blender, and she's native to Barbados. She's quite possibly one of the most brilliant people I've ever come in contact with, and very, very fun. And I'm always really blown away by her. And so she basically said, okay, rum is great. What if I can do a different blend, dry it out just a little bit, and make it more towards the palette of what people want right now? And this blend is stunning in this bottle. So find it.
Well, when I finish this one, I'm going to go to the store and get me that one.
Yeah, and that one's also beautiful because they've been making rum since 1703 continuously.
My mom loves this rum. Okay, my mom is a big alcohol drinker. My mom loves rum. She loves. I love my mom. I want to get on the show one of these days, but my mom doesn't have a computer. She doesn't have like a reliable. My mom is an old black lady in the Caribbean that does not do this kind of stuff. But
I mean, maybe when quarantine's lifted, it just means you have to go down there to do an episode.
Oh, I'm absolutely going down there. I think I'm going down there in November to see her for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So we'll see. Pam had some shady headphones, so we had to rejudge her audio connection.
Shady. They were like, we're at 10% power. I was like, that's not going to be working for me today.
Throwing back to Barbados really quick, we did a story on the exchange rate how they're offering queer people, LGBTQIA plus persons to come and live on the island for a year and do whatever they want and start businesses. So it's really fierce.
So what you're saying is that you can go there for a year. You can drink some of the best rum. You can meet Trudy Ann Branker. So this is the best drink ever, and this all makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, amen.
I love it. So super cool. So what we're going to do, it depends on the kind of day you had. I'm going to add 1.5 ounces. If you want to add 2, by all means. I know you have a heavy hand, Monet. But this stuff is great. Also, just a really fast plug, especially for any viewers who are watching who might be cocktail makers, bartenders, mixologists of their own. That's fine. Girl, I see you.
I'll be fucked up for the rest of the show, girl. I'm like, Monique Heart. I used to love an old cartoons like Tom and Jerry. Anytime they were drunk, they would just hiccup the whole time. It's so cute.
I know. When I get the hiccups, I'm like, it's not cute.
Right.
It's not cute though. I just want to plug this really fast. I just found out 2 days ago that Black Girl's having a huge competition, a cocktail competition. So you can enter online via thirstymag.com. You can win $5,000 and a mentorship with Trudy Ann. And who doesn't want 5 G's right now for making a cocktail? So
bartenders, and if you're watching this video, girl, get you your 5K, honey.
Go chase that money. Chase that money. Okay. Now that I chase that money, we're going to shake this drink. Okay. So the drink will be topped off with cider, but we know you cannot shake carbonated things. So we're going to shake this first. Okay. Do you have your ice?
Yes, I'm getting my ice right now.
Always have your ice. How many ice cubes did you make today?
Say it again.
How many ice cubes did you make today?
Girl, I always have literally 8 trays in my fridge at all time because I had 4 people over at my place a couple days ago, and girl, the ice just be running out, and it really gets me tight. It gets me so upset.
I know, and you never know what you're gonna get with that bodega ice. Sometimes it's like the good stuff.
Exactly.
What is this?
Exactly. You see, y'all people in your fancy in Ohio and in Atlanta and in LA, y'all have fridges and have ice makers. In New York, we gotta go down to the bodega to get ice, which is not.
Yeah, go bodega. We gotta do our laundry around the corner. I mean, it's not easy here. It's not easy. Sometimes you have to hand wash your dishes.
I know. What?
But we pay a lot of rent, so it's great.
Okay, so I put the ice in the little silver? The
little tin. That's right. So we put the ice in here, and we're going to put it into a large tin, like this.
Okay. Wait, so I put the liquid in the large tin. That's
right, and we're going to cap it with the ice. Cap it.
What? Syrup. Okay.
It's okay. She's doing great. She's doing great. All right. And now you make your shaker face. Ready, set, and shake.
Oh, this is cold. Right? Look at those nails while you shake. A little peekaboo French. Ooh, yeah.
All put together like it's nothing. I love it. Okay, now that it's nice and cold, we're going to open it up. Now we're going to hit the sides. Close enough. Close enough. And then she opened the shaker.
What? Oh. Okay.
Get it?
Yes.
Fabulous. Okay. So the next part's going to be, we're going to put a little bit of ice in the glass that we're going to pour the drink into, some fresh ice.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to teach you a little trick.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know about you, but when I go to places and I get a drink like a mojito or a Tom Collins and that soda water is just like on top of the drink and not mixed in, I get angry.
Right.
I'm like, why isn't it all together? Why do I have to do the extra work of stirring it? This is BS.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so the trick to make sure that doesn't happen is we're going to take our sparkling rosé cider from Wolfer Estate. Love it. This stuff is super good. That's it. Like
I ain't wasting a drop. Okay.
Like that straw. And we're going to actually take our big tin. Sorry, I lied. The big tin with the drink. Pour in a splash of it, a bit. And now we're going to pour the drink into the glass. So what happens is when everything pours out of the tin, it mixes together.
Got it. Okay.
Right? And then we pour. Ooh, she ready.
Yes, girl.
Yes. Oh, God, this looks really good.
Yeah, I'm excited, honey. She looks great.
Yes, and we added the cider because, as we all know, Monét loves her green apples. So we wanted
do.
So we have this drink. It's Colleen's Cooler, but the cider's for you, Monét. And at the end, we're just going to add an apple slice or two, however you'd like to have your garnish in there. But apple slices are just so fun. You can eat them. They're delicious. You can hang out the side. You can let it marinate in the drink itself. I'm going to cut a little slit, and I'm going to have it hang off and be, like, all cute and stuff. And then...
What would you do if I just, like, chop my finger off?
Okay, we're not doing that in this episode of Exchange Rate. Stay tuned next time for that exciting adventure. Yes, look at your glass. And then we're just going to add a straw. And voila.
Ooh, this is good.
This is good. And this is easy drink. Now, if you wanted to dry it out, say you want it like a little more tart, add just a bit more cider, and you're ready to go. That is it. And that's going to be our Colleen's Cooler to keep you nice and cool the rest of this August.
Thank you, Pam. I'm going to just I want this apple to soak up a lot of this alcohol so I can eat the little apple slice.
That's it.
And let it be like, yeah, just like that. So I can just eat. Cheers.
I love it. Cheers to you. Cheers to all of you.
Come on, sound effects.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, this is good. It is nice. It feels very refreshing. I'm not just saying that. It feels very refreshing.
And that's what it's supposed to be. Look, like, you don't have to do so much work at the end of August. And if you want, you could build this drink in the glass. Just has that little more pizzazz when you shake it and you look cooler in front of your friends.
Yes.
Pam,
fancy. I love you so much. This is never enough time with you. Thank you so much.
I know. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your summer.
You too, my dear. We'll definitely do one of these, hopefully before summer is done. If not, beginning of fall.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Capture the essence of everything changing.
Yeah, it's really nice and warm and woo.
As if the world hasn't changed enough.
Pam, thank you so much. Listen, if y'all not following Pam, you better follow Pam. Pam, tell them where they can follow you on the Twitter, on the Instagram, all that stuff. And if people can do your bartending classes, are those open to the public?
So I haven't done the public ones, but I have been booked by people for their groups of friends. So you can reach out to me. I am available via Instagram on @PamWiz. I'm on Cameo. You can book me on Cameo, and I make cocktails on there specific for whoever it is that you're looking for.
Oh my God, that's such a nice birthday gift. Buy someone a Pam Cameo, and she makes you a specific cocktail for your person. That's fierce.
I know. It's a Cameo. And then if you have any questions, you can just reach out. Happy to answer anything. If you make this drink, I will repost it. And leave your comments. Want to hear what else you guys want to have? But
Pam, I love you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to make some cocktails with me. I might give Colleen a sip. I'm not going to save your comments. That was a joke. I'm not really going to give Colleen fucking liquor.
No, I was going to say be selfish. Don't give it to her.
Right. Because somebody going to be like, I cannot believe Monet was going to give her cat alcohol. What a stupid bitch. I'm not going to give my cat alcohol.
You're a great cat mom. And because you're a great cat mom, you get a good drink. Okay?
Thank you, Pam. And you be safe, stay cool, and enjoy the rest of your summer.
You too. I'll see you soon, okay?
Bye, my dear.
Bye.
Mwah. Hello, world. Hello, America. Quick question. Why the hell is this the first time this bitch is on this goddamn show? Y'all, I'm not going to do no extra long intro, extra yada yada. Make some noise for my good sis, Monique Heart.
Hello!
Mo, how are you?
Good. I'm glad.
You look stunning. Okay, Monique. I've always, your mug has always been fierce, but I have to say, in like the past, year and a half, your mug is literally immaculate.
Thank you. Ever since I got read, by that, never mind, let me not shade her like that. I was about to say that white woman spelled YTS. Ever since Michelle, you know what? Looking back at it, I see that my highlight was super bright. And you know what I mean? And it was that traditional style of paint. I just find it very amusing that 2 seasons after, RuPaul, her best friend, remember that promo for season 12? She looked real pale up in here.
You think so?
You look at the photo again, bitch. She was extra pale, bitch. She was extra white up in here. I said, So you gonna let her read me and then turn around and do the same thing? That's cute, But hey, she gets to do a Nacho Libre mask with no rhinestones.
Okay, Monique. When I went on the TV and I saw that, and obviously the rumors are speculating about Ru got a dip and a tuck and whatever.
She couldn't have, because you can't put no kind of pressure on those. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't think about that. That makes sense.
That mask was too tight of a compression, and I don't see you pulling a face mask on this one.
Right.
Unless the bitch zipped in the back, but it didn't.
I'm about to say, not unless it zipped in the back, then.
She has money. However, I would prefer she came on television in like blue whipped cream all over her face and like roses in her hair. But like, what's up?
Right? That's that's like an iconic RuPaul image with that green face paint and the eyes out and the rollers and the robe.
Done. You know what was really funny to me is that their look, I know we were home, and on some level, you really can't be mad at the bitch, because he said, regardless whether I'm in drag or not, I'm getting this check. That part.
Down.
Boom. However, she could have put a little pizzazz. You remember when season 10 she had pink eye or Ebola, whatever she had, and she came in with the face mask and the glasses?
Ebola! I cannot, Monique!
I'm just saying, she had something contagious. Anyway, she was in, she had red lips on, a ponytail.
Yes, that face kitty.
I feel like you should at least show up for the gig. But hey, when your name is on the show, bitch, I do what I want.
Monique, something we have not ever really chatted about, because for those who don't know, I love Monique. We got obviously really close in All Stars more than season 10, and we check on each other here and there. Monique is just a good time girl. I love you. But I've never really asked you about, have you ever reconciled with them shading you for that fucking card dress? Because all tea, all shade, there, I was like, oh, Monique turned this card outfit out. I remember when we were in the workroom and you brought that thing back the next day, we were like, bitch, you made that on the cards. We were all gagging. Have you ever reconciled with those feelings of misfortune with the card dress?
No. But as I have worked, in television for a while now, I see that production likes to do things that, make people want to come back next week. Very much like Canada Drag Race. I feel like Lip Sync #1. We were like, Juilliard, but I didn't see no Juilliard. But I did see that little white girl singing from her uterus, though, and she don't even have one. So.
Okay, no, Monique, I gotta disagree with you. You think that Juice Box is better than Lemon?
We can end this phone call right now.
I'm sorry. Juice Box is sweet and everything, but just overall.
That girl sang that song. No, sis, that girl sang that song. Okay, you were bitch, and then she whipped the hair and sat down real slow in front of the judges. That's pussy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so Juice Box hit a split, and I mean, here you go. I know she's a New York queen from Canada, and so New York queens kind of y'all have an ism about y'all when y'all lip sync.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, so when she did the whole touch, I was like, okay, but I was just. Episode 1, she was like, I went to Juilliard. I moved to New York when I was 19. I supported myself. I was like, oh, so this bitch is about to, like, this is the episode you want. You are about, like, bitch,
right.
let me pee. It was very much like when you saw Brooklyn Heights at the finale, like, oh, okay. No. What? The lip sync that she did against Evie, I was like...
In her defense, in the finales, they got you doing lip sync after lip sync. After the.
Did you sign them for $100,000? Did you sign them for $100,000?
You did. You're right. But it's like, I feel like after my second one, I would be so like, what else can I fucking give? It's just, okay, here's my opinion, Monique. I feel like they need to do away with the finale 19 lip sync for the crowns and give every girl one black leotard and the same wig and do the thing.
Bitch, right. Let me see you perform. Can you do it? No, truthfully, I think they need to go back to the year that Bob won or Naomi.
Yes.
Because truthfully, I think like if you have made it to the top 4, you have. This is one thing that I think a lot of fans don't get. We all go, not we all. Here we go. When you go, some of us go and go, we're superstars. Okay, we're here to let the world show this. And then you have other girls that go, oh, I'm the hot girl in the city and I might win. You know what I mean?
Right.
Here you go. While you're there, you will get critiqued. Your perspective will change. You will get around different queens. I'm not going to lie. My perspective of taking a song and wanting to subvert it, I learned from New York queens. That was not a thing that we were doing in Kansas City. Also kind of really play up this campy humor, also to work on comedy, not just being like a bar, like, oh, you're a bitch, but being able to land a joke. That is a skill and that is a talent. So I feel like as you have progressed and grown all the way through this, you get to go home, come back. I feel like a lip sync battle doesn't show why you won or why you even made it to the top 4. You know what I mean? I feel like
agreed.
Bob's, Naomi, well, Kim Cheese or whatever. You got to see who that artist, who that entertainer is in their entirety, and then boom, like it was iconic when Bob got down on the floor and then did a death drop. That was
know what I mean? Like that's I love that. I need to go back to that. I agree. Enough. Sasha Velour's year was cute. Our year when Aquaria came out and that fucking half-eaten burrito, we're like, okay, a reveal is coming. We got it. Like, we need to go back to season 8. Like, that's where you see it.
Yeah, I mean, because here you go. Aquaria did pee in the finale. If RuPaul didn't go, okay, I won 3 bitches for this bang bang song, Cameron would have won.
You think so?
Have you watched Cameron before?
I think Eureka would have been Cameron.
I don't think so. I think the only reason Aquaria lost to Eureka is because she had all of this momentum and energy and didn't know how to control it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. But I head to head, I see Eureka taking Cameron. Only because Eureka is a little bit more of a captivating performer than Cameron.
I'm just trying to think of and I'm not shading Eureka. Like, we just hung out recently. You know, she's negative on the COVID. I'm negative on the COVID. So we walked, separate from apart from each other. However, I love her. The only performance that I remember Eureka was like the Christmas Queens one, and nobody is really giving it at the Christmas Queens. Like, you walk from side to side. And Latrice is the only one who ever turns it at the Christmas Queen. Them damn little twirl. Those little damn twirl things, girl, she be killing the building, honey.
Throwing it back to Canada Drag Race a little bit, thank you for your comments about the Ilona butt thing, because I agree with you 100%. 100%. And I was like, thank God Monique is speaking the truth. Like, it is what it is. And I feel like the reason that they are reacting to Jeffrey that way is because of what you said. Can you please echo it for the people who have not seen it? It was so spot on.
You all on the exchange rate. Ooh, wait a minute. Let me cut that and edit it.
Yeah. We got you.
For those of y'all who are just tuning in to Monet's show, the exchange rate, it's pretty low. Fans hate Jeffrey because Jeffrey is giving these girls critiques that we all say at home watching the television to each other. So I think that this whole coddling of Jimbo, like, oh, you shouldn't have said, well, use your time more wisely. Well, if she was the only one who complained about time, then why wouldn't I tell you as a judge to use your time more wisely, effectively, Don't make a complaint. Like, that's Drag Race 101. And you know what I mean? When it came to Iona,
you call her Iyanla Van Zandt.
I've messed up her name a plethora of times. One of my friends had to spell it out. It is I'll own her or something like that. Yeah, that's how they said it. That's how they were. I didn't shade that girl. I think she's very plus. I can't wait to see what she looks like when she gets money. Because hello, she's gonna be pussy. Side note, did you live for that little poodle costume?
Oh, the poodle was so
pussy.
Cute.
So
it was cute. It was cute. I would say, as a whole, Drag Race Canada's runways aren't like the fiercest to me, but the poodle one, the Jimbo denim one is fierce to me. It's so good.
Jimbo in the harness with the cousin red blonde red.
Yes.
That's the thing. Sometimes I feel like she paints like close to modern like drag queens, because here you go.
Yeah.
I was going to say this. You will get this as a Rue girl. When you travel abroad or just travel, you see drag queens and even the working drag queens that have the look of what Raven's mug was a few years ago. Like, it's that hard line. You know what I mean? It's the brows all look the same. They have that I do drag and now I'm pretty look. And then after they've been doing it, you have people like Vivian Panay. It's not Vivian Panay. Vivian from
The Vivian.
Thank you. The Vivian. Vivian Panay.
Monique, let me tell you something. Monique, since I know Monique will fuck up her name. It's the last thing she do.
I don't mean no harm. I'm just, going anyway. So Vivian, but Vivian has a more elevated face. You know what I mean? And I just feel like the crazy thing to me, I don't know, never mind, because you really can't say that. But you want to say, like, it's season technically 13, 14 of Drag Race in a sense, in the franchise. So I think even going back to Jeffrey, I think when Jeffrey critiques or when we critique at home in the privacy of our, you're looking at it like, prime example, if you see somebody in a leotard on Drag Race, you're like, you know better.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know better. You know that the whole thing needs to be elevated. Let's go back to no shade, your Denim and Diamonds. Now mine wasn't that cute.
Oh, my Denim and Diamonds was trash.
And I thought that was the episode you was going home, but you did that whole do it somewhere, changing my hair. Bitch, that was very pussy. I screamed. But I did think you was going home because I thought Mayhem was like, she was doing the 5, 6, 7, 8. I said, oh, she's destroying her. Anyway, the point is, with your Denim and Diamonds, much like Iona's, it was very much too, like the cut of Chap was too not right? It also didn't flatter her body. And then I get like, as she's a non-binary person, or they're non-binary person, let me make sure I don't jack this up, they're non-binary. Well, actually,
listen, I say this explicitly on the show, and
listen,
I mess up pronouns and stuff all the time. It's just that you recognize that I know I mess it up, and like we're in a safe space. So don't feel like if you fuck it up, it's no cancellation.
I'm really not worried about nobody trying to cancel me because I'm telling you, I'm going straight to God, and it's not going to end well for your health. Next, so anyway, the point is this. The shape, there's a shape that needs to be. Drag Race is not like camp. It's not just like, oh, it's this kind of queen and this kind of queen, da 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 da. Drag is that. Drag Race is a business. And when you get there, you have to conduct business. The runways are a big part of the show. Why? We look forward to them. People make compilation videos. It can actually save you out of the bottom, depending on what your look is. It just needs to sell a shape. It needs to be elevated. And if you're going to feel your fantasy and wear your raw butt cheek out, I'm not going to tell nobody to go get silicone like Detox and a few others that have been on the show, but I'm going to tell you to at least make sure, like Pheromone, she doesn't have necessarily the best ass in the business, but she at least makes sure it's bronze.
Right, down. And we saw that. We were there. She was back there. Pheromone slapped that bronzer and that foundation on her ass because she know that you're on high definition camera and you can see every limp, crinkle, dimple, whatever that you may have. Like
if Sasha Velour can paint the back of her head, I think you can paint the back of your ass. You know what I mean?
Hello.
Now, and here you go. And I think it was probably a thing of, now she'll look back at it and go, hindsight 2020. But when the fans look at it, the fans need to recognize and go, yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, you might not like him. You might not like things. And the reality is, I think Jeffree is doing a fabulous job. People go, oh, he's just some new homo who decided to wear makeup, and now he thinks he can critique the girl. Well, first of all, he's critiquing them because he's getting paid. That's first and foremost. Second of all, as we've seen on Drag Race US, you don't have to necessarily have drag history in order to be a judge on a television show. Just saying. So I think people need to pump the brakes. Also, they need to reflect that same energy that they're sending to him, to themselves, when fans who have just been watching the show or just caught on and now they're caught up and now they're a drag expert and want to see more type stuff. I feel like the energy needs to be either the same or canceled at all. But like, sit down. Yeah.
I feel that. Let's move on to you, Mo. House of Heart. First of all, so in quarantine, you started this digital show, which you have everyone in the drag business in there. You have people, Roxy, Latrice, Jada, everybody's doing your show. Talks about House of Heart and how was it birthed?
How has it birthed? I was sitting on the couch in my apartment and I was just like, I actually, truthfully, to be perfectly honest, I had an idea for a pageant, virtual pageant, and I wanted people to do it. And I was like, how can I get money? And I didn't know, to be perfectly honest, I probably didn't move on it because here you go, world. When you're a Black queen, you're trying to make money moves. Sometimes they won't listen to you because of the melanin of your skin, right? Because it has nothing to do with your talent, but they'll look at a basic bitch who ain't got no talent and give her a check. Now, this is the point. So since I didn't think I would get funding, I said, well, you know what? Let's do a virtual show because I really want to have my own television show, which I did pitch, so it's in the works. We're pitching some things, woo.
Amen.
Right? But I said, until that kicks off, let me start here. So I wanted to, how could I make my show different from Digital Drag, which is Bitch Pudding Show? You have Black Girl Magic, which is Vixen's show. The Boss People, we don't even count them. What? No shade? Like, that's a whole different breed of bitches. You know what I mean? And you up there, so you know. Next. So, you know what I mean? So you had The Boss, and then I think PEG did one too. But I was just like, you kept seeing all of these like no-name queens that were like really turning some like fabulous videos out. And for me, it was just like, let's get international. Like, I have a big fan in Brazil, the UK, Europe, and the States. So I was like, well, if people love me everywhere and drag queens are everywhere, well, let's get sickening drag queens, famous, non-famous, up and coming, and you know what I mean? And put them all in one show. And so it's been very, very fabulous. This is not going to come out today, but the show is actually today. And it's just great to really see, I get to use my platform and get to showcase people that I really think are amazing. Monét X Change needs to do one. When I did ask Monét X Change, she was not into the virtual drags, but I guess she's into it now. So
the thing is, Monique, and you know this, but like, So at the beginning of quarantine, I did 2 digital shows.
Yeah, I saw you
and
looking like Wakanda with that little short wig singing a song.
Oh, girl, you know what I mean? And like the fans, everyone enjoyed it. But for me personally,
It's not
like,
fun.
and you know this, you're in LA, you have a big open field. I am in my little hallway in New York City, stomping on top of my neighbor who has sent me death threats, trying to twirl and sing. Like, it's just so cumbersome. So when I can get like a better space, I can record some numbers. I would love to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You know what I just did for this one that's coming out? I did a cooking tutorial. One, because I have not been inspired, to be perfectly honest, I have not been inspired to come up with all of this creative, like, loveliness. That, one, I can't sell. I don't profit off of. Like, it's not mine. You know what I mean? And so for me, it's just pushed me into wanting to write and create more. Side note, Monét, I got a music manager.
Oh, word.
Okay, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's just really been like, I don't know, top 40s music really ain't doing for me right now. Like, I've been going back to like 2015, 16, even 18, even back, like, listen to old school jams. Like, it's just, I don't know, everything kind of sounds the same right now. It's, I don't.
You know, I had K Michelle on the show recently. She said the same thing. She was like, people just artists aren't making music anymore. Like, she was like, back in the day, she would listen to an album and like she was hearing like an artist, and now she feels like in a lot of music she's just hearing songwriters who are just singing their songs. And I was like, that's an interesting point of view.
It's so true, because you don't, like, here you go. Now, I'm not a big T Swift fan, but I will tell you, Miss Swiftie, she's a boss. And I will say, not being a fan of her music, like, I haven't really divulged in, but I will say that she's an amazing storyteller. And I will say that at least in this new, now her album was a little too slow for me to perform, but at least it does tell great stories. And I don't feel like music today is telling stories. I feel like it's everything like, you want me, leave your man, I'm a bad bitch, you a bad bitch, you a busty bitch, da-da-da-da-da. You know, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not giving me the juice. So what I wanted to do for this show is I decided to do a cooking tutorial, because, you know, I can cook, and I wanted to support Chi DeVane, so I made this kind of gumbo Cajun.
Ooh.
Oh, bitch, you know I can burn in the kitchen. I'm on 300.
Oh, yeah, I know. Listen, Monique can cook. Monique can cook.
Like, it's just really, like, it's weird. Music is so, like, you know, do you remember when Daniel Caesar was still underground?
See, I don't really know a lot of it. The only song I know of his is Best Part with her.
Oh, so good. Well, anyway, his music has been like that, and it's just been raw and real. And so that's where I just kind of feel like the underground, no-name people are really, really, like, you know, like, even with female rappers, I love Meg Thee Stallion, and what is it? White and Privilege is a great song.
Yes.
Don't you love White and Privilege?
Yes. I live.
My friend said, we're calling it no longer Wedding Supposed, we're calling it White and Privilege. The song is cute. I just wish that we, like, back in the 90s, do you remember how we had, like, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, and we had Little Kim, Foxy Brown, you know what I mean, and others. Yeah. And I feel like right now, at least the ones that's getting mainstream time are just the Little Kims, and we know that's because sex sells. Like, you know.
Well, we have people like the Queen Latifahs, like Chica, that beautiful lesbian
but is she
woman.
mainstream? Like, is she getting that same kind of?
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Why isn't she?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I feel like in times past you could have both and you know what I mean? I felt like, because to me, you know, we're in this women empowerment movement, and I may have unpopular opinions, but I feel like at least back then you got the many different facets of a woman's perspective or a woman's whatever, you know what I mean? Nowadays, I feel like because it's this whole, like, we're taking our power back, it feels like the power is just only on sex. And doesn't get to, like, what's her name? I see her right now, and I can't even think. Lakia 47, am I saying her name right?
Oh, I love it.
She's amazing. Lake Holly, she needs to be way more big.
I love her.
And she's, like, a talented artist. Like,
she's great.
To her catalog,
I got money.
But you listen to her, like, other catalog, and she doesn't sound like she has an ability to be very fluid in her artistry that is really, really, like, amazing. I feel like even if Azalea Banks wasn't so damn problematic, if she would stop trying to do voodoo to get famous, like, you can't sell your soul. I'm serious. You know, like, we know people in the industry that sold for millions and they got it. But she has sold her soul them chickens with all that Saint Maria. She should have put some adobo and fried them chickens because it surely didn't help her career. Point being, and then she should have fried them. Point is, like, she is another one that is so genius. And I really think Azalea Banks is a true artist because she is, in my opinion, she's on the scale. She is, you know what I mean? And I think that's why she kind of has her outbursts. I think that's why she has that weird ass perspective. And to be perfectly honest, if she was white, it would not be an issue. But because she is a dark-skinned girl who has just tried to, I don't know, share her perspective, share her opinion, she's just been hated. Also, she did start with that little girl, and that little girl did drag her ass, and she should have stayed in the closet.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, Azalea Banks is a complicated order, but, you know, hopefully one day she'll...
You want to eat it because the music is puss.
That is good. Now, let's talk about your music, Mo. So you dropped your EP at the beginning of this year, Beloved 606, and
603.
Hot Sauce and High Heat. Yes. So it's Songs of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 3.
Hallelujah.
Talk to us about the EP and what new music you have coming up.
Okay, am I good to go? Because you started to break up.
Yeah, you look clear to me.
Okay. Song of Solomon 6-3. I just wanted, this project was my first one, and it was my baby, and it was such, like, it was an expensive project, and I say that to say a lot of people go, why do you have 3, like, interlude songs? Like, they're 3 short songs, and it was because the producer was very expensive, and so he was like, this is how much
people don't get that. People think that you just making music and it costs 2 cents. Making art is expensive.
Like, you be like stats for one song. And you go, bitch, that's all I had for the whole thing. So,
right.
Like, so he worked out a deal with me where I was able to give 2 full songs and then give 3 interludes. So one is The Prayer. The second song is my single, Suck 'Em, Shut Up and Kiss Me. The third is my favorite, Unnoticed. I moved to LA and then my life really fell to shit. And I just felt really overlooked and unnoticed. And the Lord kept singing like that verse over me for like 6 months. And then I just put it into a song. And then we have Black Mirror, which I made for the kids. Very, very kitty cat. And then we have Smiles, which is Monet's favorite.
Yes.
And it was just a beautiful thing. You know, the crazy thing I will also say about music is if you don't have someone in the business, you really don't know. Like, you think, oh, I'm going to put out music and just, you know, record some music and put it out there. But the behind the scenes, like, you need money to just put it on this playlist, to get it in front of this one and that one. And you're like, so y'all hoes just want me to be in debt to really go nowhere and to not even chart. So that was just really, really frustrating. And then I came out with Hot Sauce and High Heels.
The Kiki Boot. So it's definitely obviously Kiki Boot sample, which is so beautiful. And it's like a very sexy red light district Amsterdam take on Kiki Boots, which is so fabulous.
I released it before, and you know, Brad Hammer was the guy who really worked everything out. I had thoughts for the song, and then I met Brad Hammer. Brad Hammer on. I think he did your video, correct?
Yeah, he did Unapologetically.
Brad Hammer did, I think, your EP. Anyway,
he did Unapologetically.
So I met him at Widow's Videos. He was like, "I really love you. I would love to work with you." He was like, I said, "I don't have no money to work with you." And he said, "I'll find some." And he did. He found me a sponsor, Adam Mail. Thank you, Adam Mail. And I made that video. And I mean, you know, the crazy thing is that there's so much pressure on not only drag. I'm going to say not only artists, but I'm going to say even drag queens once, like even like a higher level than that, because we're just so critiqued. And so the pressure of making sure like your video looks good, the quality looks good, the looks are there, the makeup is there, the baby hair is laid, girl, like everything, the choreography, it's just so much. And you know, so it's crazy. It didn't yield the fruit that I kind of wanted it to yield, but with everything, at least I can look back at my life and go, "Oh, bitch, I did it." Also, it's just a learning level. You know, one thing I love. Did you watch that show with Cardi B?
Which one?
It's Rhythm Nation, Rhythm and Flow.
No, I didn't see. Oh, the one on Netflix.
Yeah, is it Rhyme and Flow or Rhythm and Flow?
No, it's Rhythm and Flow. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was really, really good. One thing that Fat Joe told one of the artists, he was a guest one day, and he said, just go back in the studio and really, really like hone your craft. And I think that, there's no shame in the fact of, okay, I put this out and I've grown. And, even from Brown Cow Stunning to my EP to this latest track, it's just been nothing but growth. And I just love it. Like me and you, we both love SZA. And when you listen at the progressions of SZA, like each time she just got better and better. And so I'm just really, really excited for this next project, not only because one, I've struggled with writing, which is weird as a songwriter. Like I can sing everything I want. I can talk all day. However, when I try to write my lyrics, they're like the biggest roadblock, the melody stop, the lyrics stop, like everything just stops. And I have a song coming out on August 21st called Better by Myself with the queer artist named Jordy. And working with his producer, he was just like, there's really no shame in saying, hey, let's get a writing team to really come together and really make this great.
100%. Yes.
And so I'm really excited. I'm going to be with some great writers. I really get to kind of do the sound. I think I'm going to move away from dance music, that kind of like, kind of house dance sound.
Oh, yeah.
I recognize my sound is gospel, jazz, and funk music. And so if I can embody a queer drag queen, James Brown meets Lauryn Hill meets HER/Tiana Taylor Beyonce without the and Beyonce without the witchcraft. Beyonce before the dark side. Very much that. That's what I want. Very that. I just that live performance. Fantasia Barrino. Like I feel like that's who I am. I want to like sing. I want to riff and scat like jazz notes, not like poop. But you got to be careful, girl, because some people are like, oh, you like scat, and I got a new DM, girl. No, ma'am. Unless you pay it, we can't talk about it. You give me a couple zeros, girl, and I do need more than two. Okay. We can work something out. Okay, look, I will gladly go to a good taco stand and work you out, mister, okay? For a lovely price. Do you know, my friend, this is stupid. This is why sometimes I don't understand why people don't take the money. Here you go. My friend was living in Kansas City, in the rich part of Kansas City, the Plaza. And it's like old, rich white people, right? And one of his neighbors worked him, right? First, I think he started with like $250, and my friend worked him up all the way up to $1,500. $1,500, not to have sex, not to massage, not to do nothing weird, except for that man just wanted my friend to stand over him and just release flatulence. He just wanted him to fart on him. For $1,500, I would have farted on that man. You do that for free. And you mean to tell me this man is going... I said you didn't take the money. You could have bought us drinks. We would have never known the difference. $1,500 to fart and didn't do it. Stupid.
I never laughed like this, Monique. You are so goddamn crazy. Oh my God.
But when you take the money, you can fart for free. I can meet you at 3 sir. What's up? Done. For $1,500, bitch, I'm done.
Monique, you have to, when we are in studio, we have to do this face-to-face, in person. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, girl. I love you.
Mwah. I'll talk to you later, sis. Bye.
Okay, I love you. That was the show, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Exchange Rate. This was cute. This is a fun kiki. In case you can't see, my shirt says Black Trans Lives Matter because they fucking do it. If you don't think so, don't watch the show. And comment below so I can block your ass. We're taking a small little end of summer hiatus for a few weeks. We'll be back in September with brand new episodes. But until then, I love you. And remember to always keep your currency in check. Peace. Peekaboo. Uh-oh.